Welcome to the Endless Honeymoon Podcast.
Secret Dump. Tosh, you had a letter you wanted to read from a listener?
Oh, yeah, this is a good one I got. Okay.
Okay. I'm hearing this for the very first time.
Hello, Natasha and Moshe. I just wanted to provide some expertise on the bath faucet masturbating.
Oh, thank goodness somebody weighed in.
Because I did it and continue to do it when I come back to the house I grew up in.
That's a funny idea.
Here's the positioning of how you masturbate in the bathtub. You slide your butt to the end of the tub that has the faucet.
Okay.
Then sit with your back on the floor of the tub and your legs in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Very bold position. Between your legs should be the faucet. You turn the faucet on and use the running water to absolutely go to town. Even as an adult that owns a vibrator, this is the best vibrator I've ever used.
Interesting.
Here's where it gets interesting. The thing about it is that you have to have certain measurements in your bathtub to make it work. You can't do it with every kind of bath. The faucet has to extend a certain amount so that when you prop your butt against the side of the tub, the water can still reach. My faucet at home extends 7.5 inches. Wait, is this a joke?
This person's like,
isn't that like this? But isn't that also the size of a penis?
Mine's 9.5, and then when it's soft, and then when it's hard, it becomes 19.
The tub in my apartment does not extend far enough to do it. Mm-hmm. I've attached a drawn diagram if the written explanation doesn't make sense.
Well, we'll put this on the Instagram.
The diagram is great, but it's also a little confusing to me.
Okay.
Perspective from the side of the tub. Oh, I see. Okay. This is one drawing. This is clear. I thought because I always thought it was like a side masturbation.
So basically this person, it's a smiley face, is sitting all the way scooted up, but their head is still popped out of the tub so they could look at you and have a conversation with you if you're sitting on the toilet across from it. But their legs are like almost straight up in the air.
I see.
And that water is just gushing on that clit.
And I will say that she is in a clawfoot bathtub.
So we know that.
I think the clawfoot might be part of it because you can flip your legs over the front as opposed to like a bathtub that's built into the shower. You don't have that leg room.
What if the plumbers knew your trick? You know, you're like, I'd like to get something that's 9.5 inches from the and they're like, I know what you're using this for.
This person's obviously funny because they also blacked out the genitals in the stick drawing.
Right, and there's a line that says clit, but the clit is a square. It's like a tab of acid size black square. Well, thank you for that.
Honestly, this
Natasha,
was so
we have a
bathtub.
We have a bathtub.
It won't work in it. I'm gonna try. Well, I just think
you're gonna try.
I will.
That's cool.
But I think the clawfoot we don't have a clawfoot.
Well, I mean, she didn't say you must have a clawfoot.
No, but I'm looking at her legs. Like I would have to have them like way up, like honestly, yoga almost, and it wouldn't feel that comfortable.
But that's a really good lower back exercise. So you could do two things in one.
Wait, so you don't even touch yourself while you do it? You just do it with the water pressure?
I don't know. I'm not a woman.
By the way, did you know that one of the things that Trump is leaving behind in his legacy is higher water pressure?
At the White House?
I don't know if it's at the White House or it was like laws, but it was very passionate.
It's not laws.
I thought it was like
it's the White House, huh?
Just the water pressure at the White House.
Yeah, he wanted.
He got it changed.
Yeah, it's more.
Because that was one of the things they said he campaigned for as soon as he got into office. That is such but I didn't know it was just for him.
That is such a rich guy concern. It's just like no. I like a cascade. I like a waterfall.
For the 2 days a month that I'm there, I want it to be.
I gotta
gushing.
I gotta say, our Trump impressions are
mine was
fantastic.
Like I don't know what. I think mine was like someone I saw in A Christmas Carol the other night.
Natasha.
Yes, Moshe.
This is a secret dump.
I know.
And I thought we should maybe listen to some secrets.
Okay, let's do it.
Hi, Natasha. Hi, Moshe. Big fan. I have been with my fiance for over 5 years now. We're getting married in February. And I like doing the cooking partially because I will give him the worst of the food we have to choose from. Like if we're going through salad and some of it's kind of like, yeah, that doesn't look great, I will give it to him and not to myself. And I will make sure that I get the better food every time. Love you guys. Bye.
That is so interesting because I do exactly the opposite.
I know.
And
you
Moshe,
do.
but that's because you care so much. Like when I cut a sandwich, Moshe starts looking at the big piece with like these big eyes, or like whatever he thinks is the good piece, and he's just like, "Oh, you sure you want that piece?" So I'm like, "It's
No, but don't
clearly important to you, so I
That's
don't
true.
give a shit."
It is important to me, but don't I also push the good piece on you sometimes, and you won't take it?
You do, but I it's
You
not.
know it's not real.
It's not real. It'll still bum you out, and also I don't care. I'm not that interested in the difference between like a piece of pizza that's slightly more crispy on top.
I do like a crispy piece of pizza.
That's what I mean. It's like important to you, but that's just an interesting psychological dynamic. I
Right.
don't think it's about the food, but she is saying it sounds like she cooks it, so there's like a slight bit of resentment.
No, it sounds like she's like me. She likes. There's something that happens to you when you're hungry where you become a little teeny bit less than human. Maybe not you, but me, where you're just like, it's like if you came to me and were like, can I have $100? And if I was your friend, I'd be like, yeah, here's $100. If I could afford it, I'd give it to you, right? But if you came to me and you like took too big a slice of pizza, I'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you betraying me? You need to get out of my life.
See, I disagree with your perception of this because think of how much she's cooking for him, like 3 times a day. She's thinking like he deserves shit every
that's
time she
interesting.
gives him food.
And
And
you think-
and because we're all stuck inside right now eating together, families. So yeah, so it's like it's just this negativity kind of like, well, here's what I would suggest. Just give him the good piece like once in a while.
Wait, you're suggesting that if you want the good piece, you think that the person deserves shit, which by implication would mean that you think I deserve gold.
That's what I mean. Like maybe that's why,
Yeah, I'm a lucky guy.
yeah.
Except you're a lucky girl because I do all the cooking.
I make some toast and stuff.
That's true. You do make some toast and stuff. Let's play another secret.
Natasha and Moshe, I'm a huge fan of the podcast. I've been thinking of calling in with the secret now, but I've always ended up chickening out. But I just had a glass of wine, and I think I'm ready to tell you. So I have a diaper fetish. I really like the feeling of wearing the diaper and the crinkly sound that they make.
Oh.
I've had this fetish ever since I was like 13 or so, and I was always interested in wearing diapers before that too. I'm not really sure why I have this, and honestly, I wish I didn't have this. I'd love to be into something a little bit sexier. But anyways, I told my ex-boyfriend of 5 years towards the end of our relationship, and things just got a little weird after that. I think I was super embarrassed, and every time the word diaper would come up in an everyday conversation or television commercials, I'd get this like pit in my stomach. I'm in a really great relationship now. I'm terrified to tell this person, and I'm wondering if I even should tell this person.
Don't do it.
I think we're moving in together soon, so a part of me feels like, he should know.
Don't bring the Pampers.
Well, especially like if he finds any, that would be awkward. All right, thanks so much. You really are brightening up my day with your podcast. Thank you. Bye.
Well, you've put a damper on our day.
It's an unfortunate predilection.
Because it's so specific, it's difficult to find somebody that's
it's
into
also
it.
like, who's into that? Like like fucking babies.
It's
I'm
not
a
fucking
baby.
babies.
What is it?
I mean, it's
I'm
like,
a baby.
Okay, I get you. Yeah, I get what you're
I'm wearing diapers.
I
Like
soiled myself.
Diapers reminds me of my child all
Right,
the time.
Right.
I don't know. It just is like, but she sounds so innocent, and it's like she doesn't know where it came from. And like, remember once we were in Amsterdam and there was a man dressed as
I
a
do
baby?
remember. Yeah. He was wearing diapers.
He was biking.
That's who you should be moving in with.
Not that there's not a community. Well, you know what? I don't really know about it. I
Well,
just know
there is a community.
the
That's
connotation to me feels fucked up, so I can't really comment on it.
Oh, so you straight up think it's bad.
Well, it's not that I think it's bad, but I don't like connecting babies and sex.
Well, yeah, but I would say I'm sure that this person would say I don't.
I don't think she does, but I'm taking it too many steps. Like I'm overthinking it. Maybe I don't. If anyone can explain it to me, I mean, I guess maybe it's like when people have it sounds like it's like a leather fetish or something.
Yes,
Like she loves the
I think it's more
crinkling.
like
she
that.
likes the feel.
Well, no, there's got to
of
be some
it.
role play dynamic
Couldn't
to it.
she find like a substitute that's not like a nappy for a baby?
Well,
See, I'm using her language.
her language. I was wondering, a nappy. Yeah, this is tough because there is a community. And if she had called in before she was in this relationship, I would have said, find someone who shares your fetish, somebody normal, and then you don't have to worry about it. Or tell the person at the beginning of towards the beginning of your relationship. So if it freaks them out so much they can't deal.
But she's moving in with him.
Mm-hmm.
This is rough because here's the thing. I think you just need to like give it up or tell him before you move in, because it's like, I would, unless he's extremely open-minded, I would break up with someone if they told me that.
Really?
Yes.
But what if they were like, well, here's my question.
I just feels, I don't get the, I'm a toddler, fuck me thing. But maybe
that's
I don't
not what they're
understand
doing.
what it is.
They're not saying, are they? I actually honestly don't know. I mean, look.
I need to
first of all-
research diaper fetish. It just reminds me.
We'll just go into my internet history. You'll be able to find it. I mean, the thing is, okay, a few things. Fetishes, there's fetishes and there's fetishes, right? If it's a true fetish where you can't actually get off or be satisfied sexually unless it happens. Well, that's really tough because then you have to find somebody that is down with your fetish.
I don't think that's the case though, because they're moving in together, so they've clearly had sex.
Right. So if it's not that, then maybe it's in the realm of fantasy or porn, or maybe tell your man. I mean, look, if somebody told me I have a diaper fetish, I don't share your moral revulsion.
You would fuck a girl in diapers?
Wait. No, I'm just saying. No, I what I'm saying is not I would fuck a girl in diapers. What I'm saying is if a girl told me I have this fetish, I wouldn't break up with them. I wouldn't be like, what if it was you and you just revealed that to me right now?
You'd probably think it was like hot that I had a fetish.
I would think it was interesting for sure. I mean, it's not a fetish.
Can you substitute the sound for like latex, like something else?
But see, I don't share your moral revulsion towards it, but I do share the kind of like general, like not for me feeling of it. I don't like
I bet the percentages are pretty low.
I know.
Food is way higher than diaper.
I don't like food. Like it disgusts me when I see like porn where a woman's like covered in baked beans. I was like, that one was like from the UK. It sounded like she probably would like that. But
what about smoking? Do you like that?
That's neutral. What
about
feeling.
Like biting?
Biting, nothing. Does nothing.
What if I wanted you'd like it if I wanted a ball gag in my mouth all the time.
If you wanted I don't love a toy, but I would do it for you for sure. If you wanted to do smoking, I would do that for you. If you wanted to do baked beans, I would probably decline politely.
So I have a moral issue with it. That's interesting. I might be kind of square in that way.
Well, it's not a crazy thing to be square about. I think that's a pretty extreme sexual fetish as they go. I mean, there are more extreme ones, but I
mean, I really love her spirit and I love her openness, and it really does seem like you're just like experiencing your truth. So it's like, I don't mean to say that I think it's like pornography for like child porn or something.
Right. I don't know the answer. We should find out more.
Yeah, I feel very closed-minded about it, but I just can't. And by the way, maybe it's good that I'm reacting like this because this is maybe a bit extreme, but it's not far from the average reaction.
Right. It might be pretty similar to the your new roommate, actually.
Well, good luck. Thank you so much for calling in too. I know that takes a lot of courage and
it takes a lot of courage to make a mess in your nappy.
We have to Google this because like, is it about the shitting?
Well,
Do you
if there are
wet
some
it?
people out there that are more versed in this particular fetish that would like to write in or call in, we're interested and we would like to know more. So let us contact us. All right. Shall we hear another secret?
Yeah. Just let me change my poopy diaper.
Hi, Natasha. Hi, Moshe. So, times are rough. So, as a side hustle, I've been selling pictures online, and I don't mean like nudes. I've been selling feet pics to like. I'm not going to make fun of someone's sexuality, but it's like also at the same time it's like weird and horny and desperate to want to look at people's toes, in my opinion. But the thing is like. Well, I guess my scam / secret is that I sell them photos for about like $45 to $60 a pop, and they're not even my feet. I guess like horny people on the internet don't know how to reverse Google an image, and I literally just Google feet and then scroll down like 10 pages and then sell them that. So that's how I've been paying for gas during these hard times. Anyway, I love the podcast. Bye.
Why not take the picture of your own foot?
Maybe her feet aren't that great, but people don't, because that German woman I used to work for, she had a clothing store where I worked, but she was also a dominatrix. And I remember people would call and she'd be like, "Hello, you want them stinky or should I clean them?" Like she would, like everyone wanted like a different thing from her. So like sometimes they wanted her to like, she's like, "Okay, I jog around the block 3 times."
But
like,
did she?
Yes. Well, I don't
it.
know. I mean, she wanted to please him. She wanted repeat customers.
It's funny to me.
My point is they don't always like nice feet.
Right. It's just funny to me that she would bother searching, not just take the picture of your own fucking toe. But I respect the hustle.
I respect that hustle. I mean, I don't know. I
don't
know
like the part where she lies. I wish you were just taking a picture of your own feet.
Yeah, that I think is cool. I would totally do that.
By the way, you're not wearing shoes right now. Some of our viewers, if they're watching on the YouTube stream, they might be getting the freebie right here. This $45 you're a celeb. That's a $300 foot.
I'm just curious, how much chatting do you have to do with someone before the foot pic comes?
Who knows?
That's the part that you might really be earning your $45.
I'd sell pictures of my feet for $60. I'd do it right now.
Well, I don't think it's that big of a deal.
It's a fetish heavy episode.
You know what? Why don't you just take a picture of your own foot once in a while? See what happens.
Yeah. See if you get different reactions.
Don't apologize for it though when you send it.
It'd be funny if people start asking for their money back. All right, let's play another secret.
Hey, Natasha and Moshe. I am calling with a secret for y'all. I am almost 40. I'll be 40 at the end of the month. And I think I had my first vaginal orgasm yesterday. Very excited about it. I think now that I've had it, that maybe I've had one before and I just didn't know what was happening. But, yeah, it happened for me and, it was in a COVID-safe situation with my partner. But yeah, I am super stoked. It was awesome. So that's all.
It's such a great sign for a relationship.
But what's a vaginal orgasm? Is that where you're having sex?
Basically, there's clitoral orgasm,
right,
which is like if someone licks your pussy or you touch it yourself or they touch it or you use a toy or whatever.
Yeah.
And then there's like while you're having sex. And they are pretty rare. And I think I'm sure a large percentage of women have not even had them. So I don't think it matters that you're 40.
What I'm asking is,
yes, it's different, Moshe.
It feels different?
Yes. Well.
Or it's just you're able to do it from that sexual thing?
It feels more all-encompassing.
Oh, so it is...
It's
a
superior.
different sensation. Oh, it's superior.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, slightly.
Interesting.
But getting to it is like hard. Because it takes a lot of work. It doesn't always take work, but I haven't had them with many people.
I mean, you've had them with me, right?
Yeah.
That felt like a lie.
No, it's true.
Oh, I had my first anal orgasm recently.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
With me?
Let's play another secret.
Hi, Natasha. Hi, Moshe. I have a secret. I live in the Bay Area and I work in tech. And a couple of years back, I was getting a lot of shit from Lyft and Uber drivers when you get in the car and they ask you what you do, because tech is evil and ruining the city and stealing all our jobs and all of the things that we know are probably true, but it was unpleasant to say you were a tech worker. So I started telling them I was a nurse because that was the most inoffensive and universally liked profession I could think of. And then it just started to become a thing that I told people that I didn't know all that well. And so now the guys who own the corner store on my block think I'm a nurse, which is fine, except the pandemic hit, and now they think I'm a hero. And they're asking for PPE, and they're asking all about the caseload, and they're telling me how great I am every time I go in, and it's kind of nice, but it's also going to end really badly, and I think I have to move, and I can never tell them.
Yep.
Okay, that's all. That's my secret. Okay, bye.
The answer here is obvious.
What?
Hewlett Packard, I think, just moved to Austin. And she just needs to get a job or go to Microsoft in Seattle. You need to leave this city. You need to set fire to your life and leave the city.
I definitely tell Lyft drivers that I always say I wish I had something like a nurse, but I don't know anything about that. So I say I'm a writer.
That's what I say too, but that's so.
But then it opens up a whole.
Interesting.
I know.
But one of the only times I said stand-up comedian the guy played me Ralphie May clips for a 45-minute
No,
drive
that's what
from
I
the
mean.
airport.
You can't, because most Lyft drivers have been doing open mics for a while.
I know.
Or a lot of them.
What's the perfect thing to say that will make sure that no more questions are asked? What do you think it is? How about this?
Student?
No, what are you studying?
Accountant?
I'm
Yeah,
an-
because no one wants to talk about that.
I'm an accountant. What if they ask you about your taxes? You should say, how about this? I think better. How about I'm a project manager for corporate wellness.
Well, by the way, what's so funny about this is this like end goal of not talking to people. Like this like assumed like Graceland where you don't have to like speak.
I've told you about my friend. I will not say his name, but this is pretty rude. But he says
It's rude, but it's instructive because I have done it and it works.
Oh, really? Well, here's how this is pretty dehumanizing, but I don't do this.
As a woman, I get harassed
Okay,
sometimes.
so
or
this
like
is-
just too many questions.
This is his strategy when he gets into a Lyft or an Uber to discourage conversation. Will you be the Lyft driver?
Mhm.
Okay, so he gets in, opens the door.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
What brings you into town?
Work.
Where do you work? Hello? Oh, he's got earphones in?
No, it's two questions that he'll answer in a very short and clipped way to give the signal I don't want to talk. And then after the second question, he just stops responding altogether.
I mean, I try not to make people feel bad, but sometimes I
talk.
was spending money on lifts to try to get like some work done sometimes. Like if it was a longer commute and I had something I needed to work on, like whatever it was, or emails, or like things that were due. So then, then you don't want to, you're not always in the mood to talk necessarily. Like one of the good things about Lyft is that they can take you there and you don't have to be.
No, I hear you. I mean, here's the real thing is I actually kind of often like talking to the Lyft people, as you have mentioned before, is a great pain for you because I'll talk the whole time. But if you really
here's why I made fun of you. You would start a conversation and then open up this whole thing and then start staring at your phone, and then I would have to pick up the pieces of your dumb conversation.
Well, anyway,
when I'm trying to look at my phone,
the reality is people are cowards, and you just need to be honest. If you don't want to talk to someone, you have to say to them, hey, I was hoping this ride I could just do some work. I have a lot of stuff I have to do.
Yeah, but think about it. Now you're stuck in a tiny, tiny vehicle, a tiny, tiny amount of space, much smaller, like about the size of a bathroom. You're stuck with someone now for like 45 minutes who you just said something borderline rude to, and you don't know anything about them. They could totally get offended. If I was driving a Lyft and I was kind of in the mood to chat and get to know some interesting artists in LA, and they were like, excuse me, I would just like to do my work, I would feel like shit. And if you've gotten into fights with Lyft drivers before.
That had nothing to do with that.
Well, yeah, I know, I guess. But I'm just saying.
So why bring it up? Is that what you're thinking right now?
Yeah.
That's why you should just take a taxi. They don't have time to talk to you.
No, I brought it up because you don't know if people are. Oh, sorry. I just realized why I brought it up.
Yeah.
Because people are unstable. You're just dipping into the population. It could be anybody. You don't want to say something that's going to like piss the guy off.
Well, I think it's like talking to anybody. I mean, if you say to them, hey, I have a bunch of phone calls to make. Do you mind if I just make my phone calls?
I say that. I think that's totally fine.
That's what I said to say.
Oh, okay. But this isn't about that. This is about her being embarrassed to be in tech and lying to the bodega.
Yeah. I still think you should just move to Texas. Tosh, do you want to move to Texas with me to avoid taxation?
There's no taxes in Texas?
There's no state income tax, which is why all these rich people are moving there.
Oh, that's why people want to go to Texas?
Yeah, I think so.
I've never been in. Oh, no, that's not true. I love Austin.
Austin's cool. I bet you there's good. I know there's places you can surf too.
I'll move to Austin with you.
Okay, we'll move to Austin.
Oh, actually, if New Zealand won't accept us.
I can't move anywhere without an ocean, so it looks like we're staying in California.
All right.
Natasha,
yeah?
I have to go email the New Zealand consulate.
Okay.
So I just want to say I love you.
I love you too.